Spawning in the top left of Olrena, the green Protoss tied up in this series, losing the last 2 games. Can he pull it out and get to the grand finals of this tournament? It is puck. And in the bottom left, taking the last 2 games with the clutch series tying, it is Cham. Will a cheese be had? We will see soon. Doesn't look like it from puck. And looks like a spawning pool first from Cham. He realizes the potential of cheese on this map, going for a safe build. He will be going for a natural soon, but he will get those safety lings out. Cham sending his drone down. Puck is just late, can't cancel the natural. Can't delay the natural. And lings will be coming out soon. There still could be a cheese from Cham here, like a ling flood with speed, but it will hit a bit later. Puck very confident in his macro play. He has not done one all-in in this series. Seems the longer the games go, the more he wins. So, don't fix something that's not broken. And his play is definitely not broken. Protoss might be broken, Kappa, but looks like an early Roach Warren coming down before the 3rd. He could be banking up a little bit for roaches after this inject. Or it could be making safety roaches, realizing the potential threat of adepts and all-ins. But Cham did all-in on previous maps, so he could be going for a Roach Ravager all-in here. He's still mining gas. He did not pull off of gas in this game. He's mined 200, he started speed, and he's still mining, which means that he's going for some kind of tech. He's going for some kind of all-in. The Mothership Core is not out yet, and he's killing this pylon with only 2 Zerglings, and this Adept going out, trying to get some scouting done. These Lings run around the other side. Actually, the Adept stays, knowing that the Zerglings would try to go and kill this pylon again. Adept almost deals with the Zerglings, but 1 Zergling is not nearly as much of a threat. A Queen going across the map. Ling is coming across the map. Uh-oh. Puck, you know what's going on. The Adept does get taken down. That's a pretty big loss at this stage in the game, considering that was almost half of his army. That pylon that got hurt a lot will punish Puck here. Photon Overcharge goes down. Cham retreats, playing it safe, but this all-in is happening, and Puck needs to know how to defend it. There's not enough energy on this Mothership Core for another Photon Overcharge for about 15 more seconds. And the Photon Overcharge is down, focusing down the pylon. That gateway will be unpowered. The second pylon here is going to be focused down. The Lings flooding in, trying to focus down this next one. The Photon Overcharge does go down. The Lings get trapped in between. Great play by Puck there, killing so many Lings with the Photon Overcharge. This pylon has 8 kills, 9 kills. There will not be another Photon Overcharge though. There's so many pylons here just denying space for the units to walk through, and these force fields will do great against these roaches here, abusing the range difference between the Stalker and the roaches. So that roach is going to try to focus down. The Ravagers have the same range as Stalkers, so that range difference will not matter. Still units on the production tab. He's just flooding Lings across the map. These roaches doing so much damage, pushing into the natural. Will Cham be able to do this? Will he be able to come back from the 2-0 that he was at in this best of 5, using a bow to cancel those force fields, pushing forward, killing 1 sentry, killing 2 sentry, killing the 3rd sentry. Looks like he will try to put a bile down to kill this force field. Will he? Maybe wait for it to time out. Pushing through the natural into the main base in a second here. Focusing down this pylon here from the photon overcharge. pucK doing some great defense, actually. Will he try to bile on this mothership core? pucK obviously is paying attention to it. He wouldn't take that risk of sending it out there if he wasn't. The shield's going back up on it. And looks like he's just trying to kill all of these pylons. He's flooding links through. And he might get the surround on some of these zealots. And he kills the mothership core. That is a huge, huge gain for Cham, considering there will be no more photon overcharge until the mothership core comes out again. The warp-in from pucK was cancelled. The links flood into the main. The probes are pulled. There's so many units coming in from Cham, flooding across the map. Only Zerglings, only units, no drones on the production tab. Cham is going into a corner. He has all of these Ravagers. He's pushing in. More links coming across the map. And these Biles doing so much damage. The Bile actually kills his own Ravager, but he got so much damage down. But the economy is actually pretty similar. They're both on 2 bases, and pucK is actually up by 1 worker. He defends on 2 bases. He keeps his infrastructure. If he goes for a counter all-in, he wins this game, I think. And going for the surround on the Zealots, good play to take out a pretty good chunk of the army supply of pucK. He's pushing his queens across the map. He might be going for a counter all-in. Just like double all in. He's like double down on it. I mean, there was a lot of damage done to pucK. He's building workers again, so he won't be able to get all the army that he wants to defend this. The 1-base saturation is strong with Cham. He's building a ton of lings, pushing everything across the map. Will the force fields be able to stop the army from coming in? No, it won't. Getting the surround, and yes, the force fields stop 2 of the queens and a lot of the roaches from getting in. Although he didn't really lose any of the queens, he just lost some lings there. There are so many units pushing across the map right now. The slow push from the queens, and he's going to push in here, try to get surround on the zealots, while microing back all the other units that are ranged, really abusing the fact that these zealots are very slow. But the queens are also very slow off of creep. These lings going into the main, forcing the probes into the natural, killing so many probes. The income advantage is still in pucK's favor, but all of his probes are in the natural. There's a lot of damage getting done. These Zerglings going back into the main here. He faked that he was going to the natural. He could get a surround on these zealots. He's pushing into the natural. The photon overcharge doesn't do much. He could kill this natural at this point. He's pushing in, killing sentries, killing zealots, getting the transfuses on these roaches. He has so much energy on these queens. He can make all the units last a very long while. 17 probes have gone down in this game. Those Zerglings over in the main did go down. He has the ability now to focus down this mothership core, which he does. And he's pushing further into the natural here, throwing Biles down, getting a sentry there, a huge pickup. More Zerglings flooding across the map, still trying to get this push to work, which he is doing. He's actually making it work. Trying to get down this natural. And really pushing these zealots, doing a lot of damage, but the transfuses are strong, although the queens are now out of energy. He's microing back, the sentry doing a force field, focusing down one of the queens, another one going down, but more lings coming across the map, more units flooding in, trying to kill all of the reinforcements that pucK is trying to get into this army. The transfuses coming just in time. Another mothership core going down. He micros back away from the Bile. Although the Stalker is about to go down, the photon overcharge does go down right after the mothership core comes out. It looks like it will be pushed back. Will it? It's so close. It's on razor thin edge right now. Trying to throw Biles down to kill that mothership core, but he ends up not doing it. He has an army supply lead in terms of tech. Cham is only building Zerglings. One roach here and there, 6 Zerglings. Will he kill it? Will he get... Oh, he will not get the kill or any damage on that mothership core, forcing it back. He has a large income advantage still, pucK that is, but Cham might try to make this work again, pushing across again, and he might end up getting a surround. If pucK tries to push across the map again, then he will get caught in the choke. Looks like he's going to go for the surround, and he pushes in, throwing the Biles down, killing the force field with the Bile, and pushing in again, for these sentries, focusing down one sentry. The Stalkers are so low. This second push, or this third push that is, may actually work. There's not much that puck has. He has a lot of economy. He's warping in so many Zealots, but there are more units coming across the map at every second. Cham transferred his units, his drones, into the natural because his main was starting to mine out. And he's pushing in against this photon overcharge. And if he can kill the natural of puck, then he can take a lead in this game. But it looks like these queens, they're so slow they can get just focused down by the Zealots. There's so many of them. Puck really choosing the right units to build in this situation. This game is very intense, guys. My throat is going to give out at some point. Oh, great force fields going down, killing one of the Ravagers and focusing down more of the Roaches. The Bile's doing no damage because puck is on top of his micro here, but it just looks like the supply is dwindling for both players, and puck losing most of his army there. Photon Overcharge was just made available for puck. Sniping the Mothership Core might not be the best decision at this point, considering if he remakes it, then he does have Photon Overcharge. But puck trying to save it, he realizes that he does need that advantage, and the air advantage is strong there. Cham still building these units. He's sending everything he has across the map, losing a couple of lings there. But the army value is staying very similar. Cham with the army value lead, but Protoss units are more effective and more expensive. Looks like some of the lings do go down, but some of the Zealots also go down to the lings. Cham really getting pushed back. He needs to either grow his ling count. Has he injected his main? He does inject his main, and he's going to go for the inject on the natural and then push across with these. And looks like, oh, the Mothership Core barely dodges those Biles there. The Queen slowly pushing across the map. He's trying to get more creep spread out here just so he can push his Queens faster. This is the longest all-in I've ever seen. And puck staying on top of his Mothership Core control. He's not going to lose it this time. He lost it multiple times already. He's gaining energy and really taking an advantage in this game. Cham does not want to take an engagement yet. Cham pushing Adepts across the map to get puck pushing Adepts across the map to get counterattack damage. To try to kill some drones. He sees that there's not a third base yet, and he's going to go in and when he starts killing these drones, this is the lifeline of Cham. He's going to lose this game if he doesn't win on this push. These Biles going and killing a lot of units. The Photon Overcharge going down. So many Ravagers are being locked in by the force fields. Most of the army go down. Looks like puck will take this game and go on to the grand finals of this OSC tournament. Wow. That's, whew. I'm gonna take a drink here. That was probably the most intense and longest all-in I've ever seen in my life. Cham not willing to go to the 3 base.